As promised, tonight is book review night. So, the book we're going to review is A Love Inspired, which is a heartwarming, inspirational romance, larger print, and it's called The Loner's Thanksgiving Wish by Roxanne Rustand from the Rocky Mountain Air Collection. And that's the picture. um, what I love about these books, and as I chew my juicy fruit gum, anyway, what I love about these books is they always start off. Now, this is especially, I'm doing this because my nieces are always like going, do you go to church? Are you baptized? Well, I may not attend church, but we all believe in God in our own ways, or the whatever way you believe in, whatever you believe in. Anyway, um, they always start with a Bible phrase, which is like the third page in the book, and I don't know if you can read that or not, but the Bible phrase in this one is, "For know that I have plans for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Jeremiah 29:11. Now, as you read this book, um, we start off with the main character, which is May Clayton, and she's an adopted uh, girl, and she was adopted as a baby. Never really fit in. Never felt like she fit in with her family. Never felt like she fit in her community. Um, was teased a little bit throughout her school years. She lived in Clayton, Colorado until she went to San Francisco, made her way there as a teacher. Her parents didn't really approve of her being a teacher. They wanted her to follow in the family footsteps. But she and her youngest brother Lucas, who is a veterinarian, decided to do other things to go see the world, if you will. But they do. But in order to fulfill the terms of her grandfather's will, she has to come back to Colorado and live there for 1 year. Well, during her return, she pulls over to the side of the road and she's well, gets out of the car. She's walking along, hiking along, and she meets up with her cousin Jasmine, and she doesn't know it yet, but fiance Cade, which is with Jasmine, and excuse me, um, they have a special moment where she finds out that Jasmine is going to get married. Now, Jasmine, I think, is a whole 18 in the book, and so is Cade. But what's special about this is she walks on and she thinks, wow, here's this girl really young getting married, and she doesn't have the first clue what she's getting into. Well, while she's thinking this and daydreaming about her life, there's this big, sudden, um, like, blood curdling scream, and a pile of rocks tumble down. And she immediately, worries about her beloved cousin and friend, and she goes and she rescues them. Well, while she's rescuing them and doing the whole heroine thing that most of us girls would want to do, help each other out, right? Anyway, someone from her past shows up, someone she went to high school with, and they end up falling in love in the book, but it takes them a long time. It takes them the whole book. But um, there's a part in the book that really touched me deeply, um, because she's realizing that faith and love opens hearts, and the greatest fortune of all, of course, is love. But anyway, um, one thing that I wrote, I have this all written out, believe it or not, and I'm not even looking at the paper, which makes me mad because I'm so organized, and usually I like to be more organized. But anyway, um, let's see. Let me see where I was stopped at. Okay, Jasmine and Cade, they're getting rescued, which is ironic because the first one on the scene is Jack McCord, which is Cade's half brother. Jack tries to tend to his half brother, but while of course Jasmine is going, is he okay? Is he okay? The whole time he's not really paying attention to Jasmine. Who's he paying attention to? He's paying attention to me because here's this girl from 10 years ago. And, 10 years ago she was okay, but she wasn't a beauty. And now here she is, a beauty. So, but looks aren't everything. And while I'm going through a tough time trying to realize all that, because I feel really bad right now. I haven't been able to work out lately, but I have been sticking to my diet. Just sometimes health has to come first, even if you don't want it to. And anyway, in the book, it's a book that you must read because not only does it show that they believe in God, and throughout the whole book, there's nothing racy about the book, so that's really wonderful. But it shows also, like, they didn't. She had no clue that through her high school years, when he was interested in her, the mom had a long talk with the boy and warned him away from her. Okay, so when he starts to go rescue Lucas from the swampland, which I'm just skipping over bits and parts because I don't want to give up the whole book, but I just want to make you interested enough to go pick it up and read it, or ask me to borrow it because I will let you borrow it. Anyway, when she finds out that Mommy Dearest warned him away, she starts losing it. It's at Thanksgiving dinner when both sides of the family, which there's Cade's side, which is again Jack's half brother, and there's her side, which is her side, but she's adopted, remember? And he's off in Florida trying to rescue her youngest brother, Lucas. She automatically thinks that he's never coming back. Well, she, right there in the middle of Thanksgiving dinner, where everybody is actually starting to get along, the Hatfields and McCoys have, settled their feud, and they're getting along. But here's the daughter coming in, jumping to conclusions, thinking that Mama Dearest was the one that ran him off. And she's, getting ready to let her mom basically have it right there. And he just walks up behind her and goes, you really need to control that temper. And they work things out. And it's a wonderful book because with faith, hope, and love, anything can happen. Now, tomorrow night, that's my review for the book. We're only going to do one book review tonight because I don't feel too hot. But tomorrow night, I would like to discuss my diet with you. I've been asked, Donna, you need to shed some light on this diet plan because we're a little worried because we don't want you losing it too quick, and we're kind of glad that you're not working out right now. So I'm hearing that a lot, which is scaring me because personally, I love the working out, and not being able to is killing me. But because of some female issues, that can't be done right now. So I'm just going to try and be understanding and learn to deal with the role with it as it happens. Who knows, maybe the Easton Corbin song roll with it will be in there sometime. Trying to make light of a bad situation as usual. But anyway, we're going to discuss the diet tomorrow. We're going to discuss what I eat when I go out to eat. And I was given a piece of information tonight from one of the restaurants, so I can help you plan your next your next meal out. So be sure to stay tuned for that. I enjoy talking to all of you. Have a wonderful day today and a bigger, better, brighter tomorrow. Love you all.